What's up, Taiwan? Good evening. I'm Liao with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. China conducted more joint combat readiness patrols in the sea and airspace around Taiwan. The latest activity follows a whirlwind trip by a U.S. delegation to Taipei. As Jaime Okan reports, China has ramped up military exercises around Taiwan in opposition to an increasing number of high-level visits from Washington.
Just as China warned, Beijing is keeping up its military pressure around Taiwan. China officially announced an end to war games in the region last week, but Taiwan's defense ministry says it's still monitoring activity and live drills in the seas around Taiwan.
中共现在每天对我们做这种挑衅性的举动，对于我们而言，正好是一个训练的机会。那么我们也以处处接战场、实时做训练的这样一个态度，那么每天透过训练的过程来验证我们平日整个训练的一个成果。
Taiwan's defense ministry reported that 30 Chinese military planes were still operating near Taiwan on Monday. It included an anti-submarine helicopter spotted in the north part of Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone, or ADIZ. And 14 fighter jets crossed the median line of the Taiwan Strait. The median line is an unofficial boundary that separates Taiwan and China. It's a demarcation that's mostly been adhered to since it was created in the 1950s. But experts say this is changing.
POA has announced that that will not be the one-time military exercise. Instead, I think the intensive and frequencies could increase and intensified in the near future.
Taiwan's ADIZ serves as a security buffer zone, and it is not the country's airspace. China frequently sends warplanes into this zone as a form of military pressure, but median line crossings are rare and usually only happen in response to a major political event. The last time the median line was breached was in May. But U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan was a turning point. On August 2nd, she became the highest-level U.S. official to set foot in Taipei in 25 years. Since then, China has crossed the median line every day. Beijing had objected to the visit and warned that the People's Liberation Army would not stand idly by. Taiwan's military says that it is continuing to monitor the situation in the Taiwan Strait and has deployed missile defense systems in response. Experts say that this could be an opportunity for Taiwan to adjust its defense strategy.
经过中共这一次的军演之后，我想未来台湾的这个不对称兵力的发展会更加的就是明确，特别是机动型的防空飞弹，可以有更高存活率以及更灵活的部署。未来台湾的防空还有反舰的能力，就是一个不对称兵力的主角。
Taiwan hopes that the increase in Chinese military pressure will not be a new normal, but its military is using it as an opportunity to step up its defenses. Chris Ma and Jaime Okan for TaiwanPlus.
China has slapped sanctions on 7 Taiwanese officials whom it calls Taiwan independence diehards. The Communist Party's Taiwan Work Office said Tuesday the move is to, quote, punish them. The list includes Taiwan's representative to the United States, Xiaobi Kim, and other officials and lawmakers, mostly from the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP. China says the 7 and their family members are banned from entering China, Hong Kong, and Macau. Companies and investors related to them are also not allowed to make money in China. It follows previous sanctions imposed on Taiwan's premier, speaker, and foreign minister. Beijing accuses them of advocating Taiwan independence, particularly during the recent visit of U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Taiwan says it is committed to the status quo and that Beijing is the one threatening regional security. Lawmaker Wang Dingyu is one of the people on the list.
中国至少禁止我个人入境包含港澳，已经行之有年很多年了所以这样的制裁并不是新花招、新把戏，大概就是一个发泄情绪的做法。我觉得习近平是不是要好好法办一下你们自己中央台办你这种制裁刚好宣布台湾不在中国的领土范围内，你是支持台湾是一个独立的领域、独立的国家
Taiwan is stepping up efforts to protect its citizens from human traffickers abroad. As John Van Trieste reports, authorities are looking to stop victims before they leave the country and help get stranded victims home.
At Taiwan's main international airport, police hold signs warning passengers to think twice if they've been offered an overseas job that seems too good to be true. The rescue of 9 Taiwanese from human traffickers over the weekend has raised awareness of scams luring people abroad into the arms of human traffickers. The warnings and checks on departing passengers have already had an effect.
我们在现场观测有可能潜在的被害人，而去做关怀提问，而成功拦阻下来有14人。
But not everyone thinks enough is being done. 3 lawmakers from the opposition Kuomintang have headed to Cambodia, a hub for scammers targeting Taiwanese people.
我们现在从 NGO 所提供给我们的资料，我们恐怕2000个、3000个、4000个台湾人，现在正沦落在柬埔寨。
The lawmakers' goal is to work out unofficial channels to rescue these victims with the help of Taiwanese business people based in Cambodia. They also say police should do more to inspect travelers heading to certain countries and give potential victims a chance to change their minds. Patrick Chen and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Cambodia isn't the only country where human traffickers are holding Taiwanese citizens. Some families say their relatives have gone missing in nearby Myanmar.
就希望我知道他到底是活的还是怎么了。
This woman's daughter headed to Myanmar for a job, but she texted to say she was being held by scammers and would only be released once she conned 6 others into coming to take her place. The location is a prison camp near the Thai border. It's heavily guarded and surrounded by high walls. A Taiwanese escapee says torture is regular. Thai police have arrested a Chinese gambling mogul believed to be part owner of the camp on unrelated charges. But many victims' relatives in Taiwan are still waiting for their loved ones to return home. Several buildings have been condemned in the southern Taiwan city of Kaohsiung. A roadway partially collapsed after water seeped into the ground from a construction site. No one was hurt, but over a dozen people have lost their homes. Liao has details.
20 people are homeless because of a construction accident in southern Taiwan's Kaohsiung city. Work on a new building caused a collapse in a nearby road, and now 7 buildings are too dangerous to live in.
就是它慢慢一直在下陷，一直在下陷。那一边往下沉的话，就把2个房子拉扯开。
这给你补强的话，你还敢住吗？
当然不敢啊！
当然不能卖啊！我们一辈子挣的钱就在这里啊。
This isn't the first time this work site has caused problems. A similar, smaller accident happened in March. The construction company is promising to fix the damage.
我们全部都去监测，那监测完如果有任何损失，我们建设公司愿意全权负责到底。
Kaohsiung has fined the company $3,000 and ordered it to stop operations. That's small consolation for the now homeless residents who were given just 10 minutes this morning to collect what they could from their condemned homes. James Rayner and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
And before we leave you today, some images from this year's Taiwan International Balloon Festival, which attracted more than 1.2 million people before it wrapped up on Monday. Over 30 hot air balloons took to the sky starting July 2nd in the southeastern county of Taitung. Some 20 of them were international participants. 2 of the most recognizable characters were the Taiwan Tourism Bureau's mascot, O-Bear, and a balloon from the United States in the shape of Elvis Presley. And for the first time this year, the event featured a light show using drones, wowing audiences with intricate choreography. The annual event has been running for 12 years now. It started in 2011 with only a handful of balloons, but has since expanded to include balloon rides and competitions. They also light the balloons from the inside and use them as a glowing backdrop for concerts at night. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Now, just before we say goodbye, have a look at this. What you're seeing is about 100 people dressed as dinosaurs racing against each other to claim a top prize equal to about $330. Gotta make those bones somehow. The event took place in northern Taiwan's Taoyuan City. I'm Leslie Liao. Take care and see you next time.